Meta introduced the Muse code and also the another frontier model 1.2 Spark. So here, if you see on the launch page, all the bells and whistles, how good it is and all the benchmark compared to others. So you can go ahead and I will put the link in the description box. Go check that out. They have also introduced two models. First is Muse Spark 1.2, where they won't use your code as an training, but there is also a Spark 1.2 contributor. The cost is actually pretty less, but they will use that data in their training. Here is the interface that you get, and let me show you the model it has. Is three model are there, so two model are introduced in this. First is 1.2 and 1.2 contributor, which is the discounted tokens, which I already talked about. And if I see the effort, so there are actually the same type of effort that you could see on other, for example, the minimum, low, medium, high, xhigh and ultra. I didn't use the ultra, I used the xhigh because ultra has the insane pricing that I don't want to use that into these demo projects. Now coming back to the apps I have generated 5 apps from the front end, a Python, a SaaS app and a gaming. So let's go forward to the front end. So this is the front end that is created, and in my first impression it's actually pretty good. So let me reload this, and this is as per my prompt. There was a few issue with the, you can see here, this is the few issues with the responsiveness. The design language is as per my prompts, and you can see the cursor is also here, but it messed up with the features part, which is the parallax effect that I want to add. You can see here this is messed up, but if I reload this looks okay. This counter is messed up. This is not what I wanted it to be. Anyway, so these are the rest of the pages, and these are the loader that I wanted to add. And there's also inconsistency between the font. You can see this is the different font and this is the different font here, which I didn't add in my prompt. Everything else is working perfectly. You can see the dot connections, and there you go. So there's a pricing page, decent one, and there are some areas, for example the FAQs, and it should be in the center, but anyway, user experience is bad for me. I don't want this to be shipped to my client. And if you see the prompt is very detailed. It's not like just create a multi-page front-end website. The prompt was very detailed one, and there's a journal. So this is for the blogging, and there's a contact page, and everything is working okay, but there are some inconsistency across the design which I really don't like. Also the pages are not optimized for the responsiveness. So for this I'll just give it a 3 out of 5 for front end designing. Next is, let's look at the game, which is the Gridlock dot. And in my first expression, this looks like not a game, just a landing page for a game. So I added this. Anyway, if I click on the continue, it will show you the dashboard for the game. The thing is, if you start building UI using this Muse Spark 1.2 or a Muse code, it has a very similarity across all the designs, just like Claude Code, Codex, ChatGPT. So they have this, I would say, the standard designing elements to it. You will get to know if you use more and more. Anyway, this is the what AI is trained on. They trained on the patterns, not the likability of you, until and unless you put that in the prompt. Okay, so this is a Gridlock. So it will start, it should start from here, from there, and let's just add a way to it, and there you go. And let's click on the next one. So next time, and this finish. Okay, so it didn't add the finishing logic to it. I don't know why. Anyway, so the interface looks good, but also the animation is not that great, because if you see the flow, this shouldn't be like that. Anyway, so this was it. Let's click on undo. Let's click on restart. Okay, everything is working. Hint will show you like this, and there's a map, number of maps you can play with. Only one is unlocked because of your level. Here is a menu option. So menu option will go back to the home, and there's a how to play. Click on play and check out the maps, and there you go. I give it a 4 out of 5 for this game. And next is 3D simulation that I wanted to see. So I just give it a flow sim, regular traffic intersection simulation like this. You can see. Let's just zoom into, let's see if logic is applied. So red light is here, red light. So okay, so green is here. So let's see if it has the green light. Yeah. Okay. So it did break that rule. Yeah. There's a red light and still crossing the road. So this should not be like that. If you see model like a moonshot Kimi K3, it did way better and perfectly added the logic to it. So let's look at the settings. There are a lot of customizations here, and also the heat map, also the different kind of charts on the right, which I mentioned. So let's look at this balance. So let's click on the rush hour. So it will add more vehicles to it. Yeah, cars are keep on coming in, vehicles are keep on coming it. Nice. And let's click on the heavy left or heavy. So yeah, more precision are there. Okay, there you go. So it keep on going through the cars here. You can see this is so funny. And why nutrition is crossing while the green light is here. So there you go. Lack of logic addition. So this is very consistent in Muse Spark. One, the logic is not being defined carefully, even in the xhigh effort. We saw that in gaming and also in this. Anyway, so let's look at the next app is SaaS app. So here it is, which is the Shippyard, which turns the logs into release notes your user actually reads. It's somewhat like a clone of GitHub. This is with the one go. I didn't added any iteration to it. So you can see the landing page pretty decent as per my prompt. So instruction following is top notch, and even the landing page looks good. Yeah, everything is working great. Even the accordion section here, this is the login page or sign up page, and we have a one click demo logins which you can use. So this is the pro user, this is the team, this is a free user. So let's click on the free user and let's see what we can add to it. And there are some deployments which I've already done in this, which is the demo data. And if I click on this, so this is the project's view, and we can generate the release notes if we add, I think, open router API key. So this is to be generated with the AI. So I added the Muse API, and let's click on the setting and let's click on this generate release from this, and there you go. So the release is point or a commit log, and I will say just click on generate with Muse Spark, and it started generating. Let's see if it's working or not. So for past 2-3 minutes it's stuck here. Anyway, so if it's stuck here, so also it didn't add any version to it, so I don't think it's working. So if I click on the view changelog, so this is the changelog that looks like on your repo. I'll show you the sample changelog. So this is the detailed one. Looks perfect and as per my instructions. So let's look at from the pro plan user. So this is the pro plan user. So click on new project and we can add the project. Let's say add project, for example, prompts love and description AI profit machine. Click on create project, and okay, the project is being created. Let's click on add a deploy version 1.2 production success, and let's click on log added new features. Click on add deploy, click on generate release. So there it is, and click on with Muse Spark. Yes, it did work, and you can see detail about it, and click on publish. So if I publish it, okay, so it's working. So maybe that user was free, so that's why it wasn't working. The error handling is not there. It should show that in the front end that you are a free user, you need to upgrade. So this is something which it should have added as per the frontier model. Anyway, so this does work for the pro user. For a one go and for a model like this, which is pretty new to the frontier coding, so I give it a 4 out of 5. So let's go to the last is Python. It is a cartographer app which transforms your hand-drawn drawing to a editable diagram like this. So here I have selected the flowchart, and this is the demo data. Okay, so this is not the real data. So we will use the API from the Muse Spark 1.2, which is already added in the EP, and we will see how it looks. So let me show you the drawing which I'm going to use to test this out. So this is the messed up drawing you can see here. So I will use this to transform into a diagram. So let's check that out, and if it does work, so let's click on the browse and the downloads and the image. So image has been selected. So let's click on the digitize this diagram. So now it's reading the diagram and it will transform that into a flow diagram. Let's wait for this to complete. There you go. So this is a distribute form to student. This is correct. Fill out forms, inform applicant. Yes, each and every part of the flow diagram, and even the spelling, even the connected dot from the no, yes to no. So each flow and nodes is connected as per our hand-drawn image. So for this, I give it a 4 out of 5 because there's some improvement that need to be done. For example, I had to add the API key into the env or the export method, not like they have, it should have settings in the app itself. Also on the right side, there should be more settings to it. For example, the type of diagram that I want to generate. So it added the float here, but there should be selector here as well. So these are the few things that I wanted to add. Also, the user experience is quite okay. This is my review of Muse Code, and surprisingly, it's actually very good. But in the end, it all depends on your pocket, right? How much all these apps cost me. Let me show you. To generate these 5 apps, so it cost me around $10, which in my opinion is quite expensive. So even if you use something like Google and the other models, it's quite cheaper on the same level of this. Even the Kimi K3, it's quite cheaper than this while you work on it. It's also very efficient, and the result way better. Meta should work on its pricing. Otherwise, it's okay. And this is my review. What you think about it? And if you want to learn how to install this, everything, I've put that in the blog. Do check that on the description box. So see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.